नमस्ते महोदय।
नमस्ते। दिक्कालाद्यनवच्छिन्न अनन्तचिन्मात्रमूर्तये स्वानुभूत्येकमानाय नमः शान्ताय तेजसे. Okay, we are in Vidvat paddhati. We finished six slokas. Vidya nama narasya roopamadhikam prachanna guptam dhanam vidya bhogakari yashassukhakari vidya gurunam guruhu vidya bandhujano videshagamane vidya paradevata vidya rajasu pujyate nahi dhanam vidya vihinah pashuhu. This is probably uh, one of the most popular shlokas that a lot of people study, even in schools, because this is a very simple shloka with very simple words. So even in school, we used to study this shloka. That Vidya, learning, is worshipped among the kings, whereas dhanam or wealth is not does not gain so much of favor among people, because there's so much of benefits with respect to learning. The next one is क्षान्तिश्चेत् कवचेन किम् किम् अरिभिः क्रोधः अस्ति चेत् देहिनां ज्ञातिश्चेत् अनलेन किम् यदि सुहृत् दिव्यौषधैः किं फलम् किं सर्पैः यदि दुर्जनाः किमु धनैः विद्या विद्या अनवद्या यदि व्रीडा चेत् किमु भूषणैः सुकविता यद्यस्ति राज्येन किम्. So Sukavita Yadyasti Rajyena Kim. Most of the shlokas memorize it, or at least know the context really well. With respect to exam, it'll be very easy, because when you say Sukavita Yadi Asti Tarhi Rajyena Kim, then you have to remember all the other connected things with this, right? So it's totally a random set of 10 things put together and said, if this is there, then what is the use of the other things? Tatha, we are constantly looking at loke, ahitam, and hitam. What is hitam? What is ahitam? What is beneficial? What is not beneficial? So that kind of a comparison is being done here. So we need to look at the common thread also. That is where our avatarika helps really well. In such cases, okay, I cannot use my. Oh, this is, that's fine. Let me see if I can do this. Okay. I'm so used to underlining as I teach. That's fine. This PDF is somehow protected or something. Ha, Kshantischet kavachena kim. Kavachena kim. So kavacham is an outer covering. He is talking about something that is beneficial from inside and not outside. So if you have some good quality that is inside, then that itself will provide a great protection for you. You don't need something outside to protect you. Kshantihi. Kshantihi here is paribhavadishu utpadyamaneshu krodha pratibandhakaha. So that which is even when you have you're insulted, you don't let your anger get the better of you. Let your emotions get the better of you. You try to face it as calmly as possible, because the moment you get angry, it's going to cloud your judgment. We saw that in Veni Samharam, how both Karna and Ashwathama let their anger get the better of them, and they were constantly insulting each other, which resulted in the delay, and they could not go and protect Dushasana at that point of time. So you can give that as an example here. Kshantihi chet, if you have that titiksha, tolerance, then you don't need any other outside covering for yourself. Kim aribhihi, kim aribihi chet dehinam. Dehinam krodhaha asti chet kim aribhihi. So shadripoho shadripunam madhye krodhaha eva tatra pradhanah. So kamam, yes, that is the first thing. And krodha, anger, comes because there is a desire there. Right? The desire becomes the small spark which leads to krodha. Mahabhariva Sulvar. This kama and krodha, kamam, it's like a ball which you throw onto the wall and it bounces back. As you throw, it is kamam, right? You want your desire to be fulfilled. If it is not fulfilled and it gets back at you, then that results in anger. So it's like a flip side of a coin. The moment you throw kamam, it is not realized, then it comes and hits you back in the form of anger. Krodha, if any person has anger, then that is enough. You don't need any other outside enemies for you. The anger within you itself will destroy you. So yadi dehinam krodha asti chet, if they have anger within them, then that is more than enough to destroy them. So aribehi kim, what is the purpose of enemies here? Kavachena varmana kim tasyaha eva aruntudanam avakasha pradatva. Okay, fine. That's fine. So jnatischet analena kim. Jnatihi is a relative who, here he would say that jnati is a dayada. Dayada is a person who gets, who wants a share of your property. So Dayadaha, a person who has a share in your property, when that person is there, you don't need any other fire, because he himself will destroy all of your wealth. When fire comes into your house, it is going to destroy the wealth that you have accumulated. So sarva artha nirmulana nidanatvat. A jnati or a dayada is a person who can அந்த பங்கு கேட்கறதுக்கு வரா இல்லையா, பங்காளிங்கிறோமே, அதுதான் ஞாதி. So when a person who comes for taking a share of your money, then slowly he will find ways to completely remove the wealth from you. So you don't need fire when you have a jnati around. So analena kim prayojanam. यदि सुहृत् वर्तते तर्हि दिव्य औषधैः फलं किं फलम्. If you have a friend, then even if divine, there is no point in having what is divine medicine going to solve for you, which a friend cannot solve. So despite the fact that you have medicines, a positive attitude is absolutely necessary for recovery. If you don't have a positive attitude, then you cannot recover. No amount of medicines is going to cure your disease. So who gives you that positive attitude? It is a friend whom you know will always be there for you. Yeah. So yadi suhrit vartate, suhrit sanmitram, if it is a good friend, then दिव्य औषधैः सिद्धौषधैः किं फलम् तस्यैव आरोग्यकरत्वात्. The friend himself can provide the आरोग्यम, the health that we need. किं सर्पैः यदि दुर्जनाः, that we know. दुर्जनः परिहर्तव्यः मणिना, दुर्जनः परिहर्तव्यः विद्ययालङ्कृतोऽपि सन् मणिना भूषितः सर्पः किमसौ न भयङ्करः. A wicked person is always compared to a serpent, a snake. So when there are wicked people around you, you don't need serpents or snakes. They themselves will solve the problem of killing you, destroying you. So yadi durjanaha tarhi sarpaihi kim prayojanam. Kimu dhanaihi vidya anavadya yadi. So yadi anavadya vidya vartate. If one possesses vidya, knowledge, which is anavadya, avadyam nama dosha yuktam, anavadya nama nirdosha. व्याकरण शुद्ध रीत्या यदि वयं विद्याम् अभ्यसेम तर्हि अस्माकं तु धनस्य आवश्यकता एव न विद्यते. So किमु धनैः? Why do we need money when we have knowledge in our hand? That knowledge is enough to vidya prachanna guptam dhanam ityuktam purvameva. So and vidya videsha gamane bandhu janaha, and we are able to earn wealth if we have knowledge in our hands, and so there is no use for money as such. So vrida chet kimu bhushanaihi. Vrida is being ashamed, or you can take it as manasankocha lakshanam. Akarya pravritto manasankocha. So the shame that you feel when you are about to do something which is akaryam. If you shy away from doing bad things, then that itself is the greatest ornament. Other ornaments are just mere outside alankara. They are not going to you other the beauty comes from within, it's not from outside. So vrida chet, if one has that inhibition to do bad actions, then yes, that itself is an ornament. So vrida chet kimu bhushanaihi su kavita yadi asti tarhi rajyena kim. If you're able to write good verses, or if you have a good verse in your hand and you're able to enjoy it, then what is the use of a rajyam? Yeah. Sukavita sat pandityam yadi vartate. If one has a wonderful pandityam, that is knowledge, then it will become a repetitive with vidya. Here you take it as yadva kavayati, varnayati. If he has the capability of seeing beauty in everything in this world, rasa ullasita shabdartha sanghatanam karoti kavihi. Katham saha rasavat kavihi bhavati iti chet tatra lokam rasavat pashyati. So only if the person is able to look at the entire world with rasam, that it is made up of different kinds of emotions, and he is able to appreciate what is there in the world, that is when he can also express that rasam through the words that he uses. Then sarvaloka vashikaratvam vartate tasya iti. So rajyena kim iti chet bhumandala adhipatyena kim. What is the use of being a king ruling the entire bhumandalam? Having the sovereignty is to bring everybody under control. A poet can do that with beautiful poetry. That is enough. So yadi sukavita yadi asti tarhi rajyena kim. There is no prayojanam. Rajyam nama rajnyaha bhavaha or rajnyaha karma. So prajapalanena tesham vashikaranatvam. Okay.
Question on that line that you were just reading below the commentary.
Okay.
So he says, kavihi tasya bhavas taptava. I don't see what is the meaning. What is it?
எங்க இருக்கு? தத்தா.
Another?
தத்து தா தஸ்ய பாவஹ தத்தா. அதாவது கவித்துவம் இருக்கு இல்லையா? சோ கவிதா கவிதா நாம he is निर्वचनं करोति तत्र व्युत्पत्तिं ददाति. सो कविः वर्तते, काव्यं कवयति इति कविः, कवेः भावः तत्ता इति चेत् कविता.
Oh, tata, astu.
You replace, this is a style of writing Vyakhyanam.
Instead of the normal meaning of kavita meaning a poem, here he is saying like satta.
Ama.
Okay, tat pratyaya. So,
using ta as tal bhava pratyaya.
so bhava, tasya bhava, kavi, the bhava of that kavi. That, I see. I mean, that's brilliant. I mean,
yeah, it's a nice way of looking at it. Yeah, Vyutpatti changes your perspective. So kshantischet kavachena kim aribihi krodhosti chet dehinam ज्ञातिश्चेद अनलेन किम यदि सुहृत दिव्यौषधैः किम फलम किम सर्पैः यदि दुर्जनाः किमु धनैः विद्या अनवद्या यदि व्रीडा चेत् किमु भूषणैः सुकविता यद्यस्ति राज्येन किम दाक्षिण्यं स्वजने दया परिजने शाठ्यं सदा दुर्जने प्रीतिः साधुजने नयो नृपजने विद्वज्जने च आर्जवम् शौर्यं शत्रुजने क्षमा गुरुजने कान्ताजने धृष्टता ये चैवं पुरुषाः कलासु कुशलाः तेष्वेव लोकस्थितिः. So vidusham gunavarnanam, and the loka sthiti, the world's foundation lies in such people who have such good qualities. Swajane dakshinyam, swajane among bandhu, among people whom they think as belonging to them, dakshinyam. Chanda anuvartanam. Chanda anuvartanam nama, they, I like to read the Vyakhyanam in this because he gives definition for each word here beautifully. And If not, what happens? If they do not show this quality towards their relatives, then what happens? They will be criticized by the relatives. So, chanda anuvartanam nama tesham ichhanusaram ye vartante. So, if it is a relative, you need to keep them in your good books in some way or the other by trying to do as much as possible what they want. So, tesham chanda anuvartanam, following their wishes is called dakshinyam. ரொம்ப தாட்சிணிய குணம்பா, அதாவது கொஞ்சம் விட்டு கொடுத்து பண்றது. தட்ஸ் தி கைண்ட் ஆஃப் அ பிஹேவியர் இஸ் தாட்சிணியம். ஸோ சந்த
Keeping them in
அனுவர்த்தனம்,
good humor.
good humor, yes. Anyatha vinindayeran, otherwise they are going to criticize you. So dakshinyam swajane, daya parijane, parijanaha nama bhrityajanaha, teshu nama bhrityajananam vishaye daya, daridryadi taddukha prahana ichha, taddukha prahana ichha, a wish to remove the misery that they are suffering. No, you want to make them more comfortable and try to remove the difficulties that they have. So parijanam nama bhrityajanaha, the servants or those who come and help you out in your daily life. You try to keep them happy by trying to remove their dukkham. Anyatha vijahruhu, otherwise they will leave you and go to another person for work. That's all. Yeah. So when they come and tell you that I have some issue, I want to go to the hospital, I need 10 rupees, you immediately give 10 rupees to that person. That's how you keep them in service, right? The kodukal vangal.
Been there, done that.
Exactly.
In India.
People still do that, you know. So dakshinyam swajane daya parijane, shathyam sada durjane, durjane khalajaneshu, those who are bad people, tesham vishaye sada shathyam nama vipriyakaritvam. We should also mullala edukkanongrom, we should also behave in the same manner as they do to us, otherwise they will think that we are cowards. So anyatha adikshiperan, they are going to in turn insult us otherwise. So we have to behave towards wicked people in the same manner, or at least try to show an amount of kutilata, crookedness, otherwise avoid. Durjana parihartavya, either you avoid, or if you can, try to give them give a taste of their own medicine. प्रीति साधु जने, साधु चेत तेषां विषये प्रीतिः, स्नेहः, आदरः, स्पृहा. You try to show an affection towards people who are good people, otherwise they will say yo pavam anutaperan, they will feel sad for a person who does not treat them well, because for them I treat you well, you know, all I expect is just some amount of consideration. So if a sadhu feels tapa, then that is not good. It is not hitam, right? So preeti sadhu jane, nayaha nripajane, nripajane rajasu vishaye nayaha neetihi, anuvartana taparyam, that is neetihi nama following the rules that they pose in our life, right? It's not showing them, not behaving like Chanakya, trying to make plots and all that. Tatha nasti. Any kind of rules that the Raja imposes, we try to follow that also. So anuvartana taparyam atra, anyatha dandayeram, otherwise they are going to punish us. Okay, so for fear of punishment, you follow the policies that have been laid out by the king. Vidvat jane cha arjavam, arjavam rujoho bhavaha arjavam, you show a straightforwardness towards people who are scholars. Okay, so vidvat jane, pandita jane, pandita vishaye arjavam avakrata, anyatha nishidhyeran, otherwise they are going to nishedham kurvanti, that is tiraskaram kurvanti, otherwise they are going to odikkiduvan artham oru madri, you know, chichinu solli. So vidvat jane, among scholars you show a straightforwardness in dealing with them. So honesty, you say this is what I know, this is what I don't know, then there is an integrity there, right? Shauryam shatrujane, shatrujane shauryam, you show your bravery towards your enemies, otherwise you can be where is this nipatayeran, otherwise they will overcome you. If you are unable to show your bravery towards the enemies, they are going to, for fear of being overcome, you have to show your bravery towards the enemies. So, Shauryam Shatrujane, Kshama Gurujane. Gurujane, towards your teachers, you show patience, else, Shapiran, they are going to curse you. Kantajane Drishtata. Kantajane towards women, Narijaneshu, Drishtata Pragalbhyam. Pragalbhyam is a kind of a maturity towards the people of the other part, right? So the other sex. You try to maintain a kind of maturity, otherwise you will become under their control. Vashi kuryuhu, otherwise they are going to control you. So, iti evam uktavidhasu kalasu shilpasu ye purushaha nipunaha teshu eva lokasthitihi vartate. So, ye chaivam purushaha kalasu kushalaha teshveva lokasthitihi. In today's world, it is the teacher who has to show kshama, what to do. But in those days, if the student is not, patient enough, then the teacher is going to throw a curse. In those days, teachers, if they cursed, it will be fruitful. Yeah, பளிச்சுடும்.
அடி விழும் அடி விழும்
அடி வேற.
Vijah.
Huh?
Vijahruhu, one more time.
Bijahruhu, jahara, jahratuhu, jahruhu.
விதிலிங்க விதிலிங்க இல்ல
இல்ல இது லிட் லிட்
இந்த வி உபசர்கா என்ன பண்றது இங்க?
விஜஹாதி விட்டுடுறது அப்படின்னு அர்த்தம். they will let go of you.
Let go அப்படியா?
விசேஷேண त्यजन्ति इति.
Oh, that's it. Okay. So if thought the ha dhatu would have been better, but hru dhatu இந்த மாதிரி மீனிங்ல வருதுன்னு இருக்குது. It's pretty unique.
விஹரதி.
விஹரதி வந்து okay, that's okay, but vi jahruhu is like I mean இந்த மீனிங் விட்டு போறது அப்படின்னு it's new.
நான் அப்படிதான் புரிஞ்சுட்டேன்.
விதிலிங்க rest of them is விதிலிங்க.
Rest of them are விதிலிங். Yes,
Okay,
rest of
that's
them are
what-
விதிலிங்.
That's what
இல்ல எனக்கு இதான் புரிஞ்சது. இல்லன்னா if you take it as விஹரதி, then the meaning would be they will start playing around. If you don't show them compassion, then they will play around. Maybe.
சின்சியரா பண்ண மாட்டாங்க.
Yeah, I think that makes sense also. Sure, why not? நம்ம வந்து ரொம்ப I'm conditioned by India servant maids that is saying this. But yeah, why not? Yes, they won't be sincere enough if you are not showing compassion, because they will say that you are not concerned towards me. You don't have a concern towards me. So why should I also be sincere towards you? Correct. விஹரதிங்கிற அர்த்தத்துல அப்படி எடுத்துக்கலாம். That's nice.
Kosha is suggesting both the meanings. The one that you said, spoken Sanskrit. அவ்வளோ இதுன்னு தெரியாது.
சரி. Okay.
To extract அப்படின்னா to keep apart, of also to roam about for pleasure, and அது கூட இருக்கு. பட் நீங்க அந்த மீனிங் கூட ஒரு ஷேட் இருக்கு. But we have to see if Apti or someone buttresses that.
Viharava.
Viharati.
Attrition, we can't take it like.
Viyogaha iti asti. Shabdakalpadrumam. சொல்றதே. Separation.
Yeah, they may quit.
எங்க பாக்குறீங்க நீங்க?
So நான் வந்து sanskritkosha.com னு ஒரு வெப்சைட் இருக்கு. So if you go there, it gives words from Apte, Monier Williams, Shabdakalpadruma, everything. Everything says vihara is viyoga and vihara is play.
Right.
Krida.
Okay. Vihara is viyoga and vihara. Okay, I see. How you are look at the entry? I mean, I have access to the same similar websites, but you search for vihru. I was searching for viharati
directly vihara அவ்வளவுதான் தேடுது. விஹார அது மாத்திரம் தான் தேடுது. பிராதிபதிகம்
இல்லனா vihru எடுத்தானோ like it says to take, remove, to let pass.
இந்த வெப்சைட்ல எல்லாம் விஹ்ருன்னு நான் வந்து பார்க்கறது இல்ல யூசுவலி. ஓகே அப்படியும் வருதா? நான் ஜெனரலி கன்யோ இல்ல அந்த மாதிரி வேர்ட்ஸா பார்த்து விடுறது.
அந்த மாதிரி விஹாரக்கு செப்பரேஷன் எழுதிருக்கான்.
எஸ்,
separation, changing play, past time எல்லாமே இருக்கு. So in this I guess what the original meaning of they going away, separating is appropriate.
works. So, ye purushaha evam kalasu kushalaha. So, those people who are kushalaha, experts in such arts like these qualities of dakshinyam, etc., etc. Teshu eva lokastitihi vartate. The world is established. அதாவது நல்லவா இருக்கிறதுனால மழை பெய்யறதும் அது மாதிரி as long as people work with everybody together in a manner in which they can they're able to have good qualities in them, then the world is stable. அதுதான். Okay. Dakshinyam swajane daya parijane shatham sada durjane preeti sadhujane nayo nrupajane vidvajjane charjavam शौर्यं शत्रुजने क्षमा गुरुजने कान्ताजने धृष्टता ये चैवं पुरुषाः कलासु कुशलाः तेष्वेव लोकस्थितिः जाड्यं धियो हरति सिञ्चति वाचि सत्यं मानोन्नतिं दिशति पापम् अपाकरोति चेतः प्रसादयति दिक्षुतनोति कीर्तिं सत्सङ्गति कथय किन्न करोति पुंसां विद्वज्जनानां सन्दर्भे तु अत्र सतां सन्दर्भः उच्यते. So satsangatihi vidvajjana janan anuvarnya samprati satsangatehe shreyaskaratvam. You accept that someone is a scholar, then he has read everything and he will walk in the path of goodness. So then what is the benefit that we arrive at by associating with such people? So satsangatihi. What is the benefits of it? Satsangatihi kathaya kim na karoti pumsam. Tell me what all it does not do for a person. It removes jadyam from dhihi, from the buddhi. Jadata nama mandyam. So there is the mandata or the dullness. It removes the dullness from the buddhi. Dhiyaha harati. Panchami tatra. So dhiyaha athava dhiyaha jadyam harati. It removes the dullness of the brain, or it removes dullness from the brain. Both are fine. Vachi satyam sinchati. It sprinkles the truth in the speech. That is, it makes people say the truth always. We immediately feel ashamed and when we speak untruth. So vachi satyam sinchati. Manonnatim dishati. Dishati, it gives unnati. It gives a progress with respect to our self-esteem. Or mana unnatim nama bahumanasya unnatim karoti. So it gives us a great respect when we associate ourselves with good people. So they say, right, when you want to know how a person is, look at his friends. Then you will know how he is. Right? So papam apakaroti. Apakaroti nama removes. It completely removes sins. Chetaha prasadayati. It clears up or makes the mind happy. Your mind gets cleared of all the dilemma that you can have, any samshayam, any doubt, all those can be cleared. So prasada gunam nama tatra nirmalam karoti iti. Dikshu kirtim tanoti. It also spreads your fame in all directions. Dikshu. So dik dishau dishaha. Tatra dikshu iti saptami bahuvachanam. Satsangatihi kataya kim na karoti pumsam. So tell me what all it does not do. Atra kriyanam. So the alankara here is samuchaya alankara. Atra kriyanam bahunam samuchitatvat samuchaya alankaraha. Gunakriya yaugapadyam samuchayaha udahrataha. So there is a kriyanam bahunam samuchitatva. It does so many things at the same time, and that's why so there is a dhiyaha harati vach. At the same time, it does all of these things. So there is a samuchaya alankara. இது பண்ணிட்டு தான் அது பண்ணணும்ங்கற அவசியம் இல்லையே.
Same time you cannot like there is no
பௌர்வாபரியம் இல்ல.
You do then it is not.
If there is cha, appo that is there is another alankara there called samalankarama இல்ல அதுவும் சமுச்சயம் வருமே.
Okay.
பண்ணலாம். Yes, even if cha is there, it doesn't matter. You can say samuchaya alankara. The last shloka here is Jayantite Sukritinaha Rasasid. Solungo. Doubt irka.
Go back to this shloka, the shloka.
So
here when you say manonnatim dishati, that is to say it gives self-esteem. Is that what you said?
It increases your self-esteem or self-respect. You think good about yourself that you have associated with good people.
Okay. And you said this was Samuchaya because of a sequence of things
Actions happening at the same time.
in time. Okay. And simultaneously. Okay. Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Okay. जयन्ति ते सुकृतिनः रससिद्धाः कवीश्वराः नास्ति तेषां यशक्काये जरामरणजं भयम्. Those people who don't know Sanskritam also will know this shloka because it came in one movie here. So Jayanti te Sukritinaha Rasasiddhaha Kavishwaraha Kavishwaraha Rasasiddhaha Sukritinaha. This goes to two sets of people. One is poets. The other is it is about um, people who know and the Rasayana Vidde.
ரசவாதம்
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 ரசவாதம் அந்த 5 உலோகத்தையும் உருக்கி அப்படின்னு ஒண்ணு வரும். அந்த கந்துக மதக்கரியை வசமா நடத்தலாம்ல வரும். அது 5 உலோகத்தை மெட்டல்ஸ் எல்லாம் இது பண்ணி காயகல்ப வித்தை அதெல்லாம் சொல்றோம் இல்லையா. ஸோ சம்திங் லைக் தோஸ் ஹூ அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் த காயகல்பம், ஒன் ஹூ நோஸ் ஹவு டு லிவ் இன் திஸ் பாடி ஃபார் அ லாங் டைம். அதுதான் alchemy. Yes. Nice. Correct. So rasasiddhaha, alchemist. Kavishwaraha, so kavi sarvabhaumaha, or they are also pandita uttamaha. Their kavi can mean kavihi krantadarshi iti vartate, kavirekav prajapatihi iti vartate. When we say Ganapati is kavinam kavihi iti cheta, tatra the Vyakhyanam says he is the ultimate Brahmagyani. He is the greatest. Idila Shayana Bhashyatla varum. He is a scholar na varum for Kavihi. So Kavi Ishwaraha iti chet, those who are all the masters of poetry. Appadin matram illada, they are all masters and they are scholars also. Okay. Yeah. These people who have mastered rasam, rasa siddhaha, rasa vidyayam siddhaha iti. So they are both alchemists, and when you take it as applicable to kavi, they know shringaram ityadi rasam. So if you look at the meaning here, sukritinaha prambho. So sukritinaha is very easy. One is dhanyaha, fortunate people. Or you can take it as sushtu kritihi yeshamte. So those who have works which are very beautiful, those who have written works which are very beautiful. So let's take a kavi here, for example, who has written a wonderful work. Or people who have done good deeds in their lives. So sukritinaha, dhanyaha, fortunate people, punyavantaha.
The verb here, Jayanti, it's actually in the sense of Utkarshena Bhavati iti.
Yes.
It's an akarma.
Sarvotkarshena vartate iti.
Sarvotkarshe. So it's not, it is akarmaka prayoga rather than Ramaha Ravanan Jayati, like, apart from, not
Yes.
like, right?
Ama. Te Jayanti. That's all. They exist in an exalted position in the world. Adan artham.
they are victorious-ங்கிற மாதிரியா?
Ada victorious-ங்கிறச்சு.
In the sense, okay. Okay. Oh,
See,
correct.
when you say victorious,
It is
you're
over
immediately
somebody.
saying,
It is over somebody.
it is victory over somebody.
Over somebody. Yes,
So that's why
okay.
you never translate it as victorious, but you say they are in an exalted position.
So they succeed in life.
அப்படி எடுத்துக்கலாம். Yes.
Okay, okay.
So, sarva,
Shine. They are resplendent.
shine. Yes, they shine. அதுதான் சர்வோத்கர்ஷேண வர்த்தந்தே. சுக்ருதினஹ தன்யாஹ ரசசித்தாஹ சித்த ஸ்ருங்காராதி ரசாஹ. They are extremely well accomplished in employing the different rasas, Shringara, Hasya, Karuna, the Navarasas, or even 8 rasas, depending on which this thing you are with. So Siddha Parada Gutikaha. Parada is Mercury, I think, and Gutikana, any kind of medicines that you use, Siddha Vaidya, which is in the இது மாதிரி காயகல்பம்,
குளிகை மாதிரி
குளிகை,
கோலி கோலியா இருக்குமே.
Gutika. So the Siddha here refers to those alchemists who make those Gutika, the small tablets, and they are prasiddhaha. Kavishwaraha, Kavisarvabhaumaha, Pandita Uttamaha. They are either poets, In the other section, if you take it as alchemists, then they are panditottamaha. They are well versed in their science. They know their knowledge. They are the best people in the world. So Jayanti, they shine very well. Tesham yashah kaye jaramaranajam bhayam nasti. This yashah kaya applies to the Kavishwara. For these people, they or when they, let's take, they are extremely intelligent, such that they live beyond their physical body, and they live with their yashas, that is kirti, fame. So their body of fame knows no fear of old age or death. So jara maranajam bhayam na vidyate tesham yashak kaye. In their body of fame, there is no fear, bhayam, of either jara or maranam or death. இதே வந்து when you take it with respect to these alchemists, அவள்லாம் என்னன்னா, even siddha purushas who are who are supposed to be very well versed in this kind of a scientific thing, அந்த தங்க பஸ்பம் அதெல்லாம் பண்ணுவான். ஸோ விச் இஸ் சப்போஸ் டு அந்த லைஃபை வந்து இலாங்கேட் பண்ணுன்னு பேர். வள்ளலார் வாஸ் சப்போஸ் டு பி ஒன் ஆஃப் தெம். எஸ், அதனால தான் அவர் வந்து அதை பற்றி எழுதியிருக்கார். வள்ளலாரோடது தானே அந்த கந்துக மதக்கரியை வசமாக நடத்தலாம். ஐ திங்க் இட் இஸ் ஹிஸ். அதில் தான் அவர் வந்து 5 உலோகத்தையும்னு வரும். ஒரு மறந்து வெடுத்தது. தாயுமானவரா மேபி. ஓகே. ஸோ தேஷாம் கவீஸ்வராணாம் யஷः காயே கீர்த்தி ஷரீரே ஜராமரணாபியாம் ஜாத்தம் ததோக்தம் பயம் நாஸ்தி. ரசசித்தானாம், those alchemists that we were talking about, bhautika sharire eva jaramarana bhayam nasti tarhi yashash sharire tu kim vaktavyam. For them, even the physical body, they don't have any fear of old age or maranam. Then what to say of their fame beyond the physical body? So the fame stays beyond the physical body even after the physical body is gone. Okay. So atra rasasiddha padarthani avisheshanagatya bhaya abhava padartham prati hetutvat kavyalinga bhedah. Avisheshanagatya va padartha anya visheshanagatya அப்படி எடுத்துக்கலாமா? I don't know why he has said that. இது ஒரு மாதிரி கன்ஃபியூசிங்கா இருக்கு. விட்டுருவோம். Here Kavilingam is there because they are rasasiddhaha. They can live beyond their physical body. So jayantite sukritinaha rasasiddhaha kavishwaraha nasti tesham yashakkaye jara maranajam bhayam. With this, the Vidvat paddhati is over. The next is
put any Slesha Alankara also.
Slesha definitely போடலாம். என்ன கேட்டா இது Slesha போடலாம். அவர் வந்து he is talking about 3 separate people எடுத்துட்டோம்னா then it is not Slesha. If we say so actually இது Slesha தான். ரசங்கிற இடத்துலயே ஸ்ருங்காராதி ரசாஹா तथा पारद गुटिकादि रसाः इत्यपि वर्तते. So take it as Slesha Alankara and Kavilingam tani. So Slesha தான் இந்த இடத்துல. உபமா எடுத்துக்கலாம்.
And the third meaning is the one he says here, raso vaisaha rasa.
Yes. அதை போடல, அது சொல்லல. Yeah. रससिद्धाहङ्गर्चे रसोवैसहाङ्गर्चे रसः एव ब्रह्मस्वरूप. So ब्रह्मभावं यः अनुभवति तस्य तु for him this physical body doesn't matter. A person who is an enlightened person, he lives beyond, he looks at a state which is beyond this physical body. So he has no fear from the death of the body or the old age of this body, etc.
And so I know you have said this many. Kavyalingam is what's samarthanam something, right?
Samarthaniyasya arthasya samarthanam kavyalingam.
Yes, samarthanam. Okay. Tesham bhayam nasti. Then these are all the reasons.
அப்படி வேணா எடுத்துக்கலாம்.
அப்படி வேணா what is the other?
அப்படிதான் பண்ணணும். எஸ், ரசசித்தஹாங்கிறது becomes the justification for saying that they don't have the fear of old age or death in the body.
Okay.
Okay, yes, correct. Next is Manashaurya Paddhati. Manashaurya Paddhatingardu, okay, Vidushamapi Manashauryayoho Apekshitatvat Vidvat Paddhati Nirupananantaram Manashaurya Paddhatim Nirupayati. Even for scholars, you need some self-esteem. Manashauryam is self-esteem or pride in whatever they do that is necessary. Clear? So that is why he is describing about people who have that self-esteem. I won't call it as arrogance or being proud. This is more to do with saying, I'm entitled to this, so I feel that I respect myself kind of attitude. Manashaurya. Kshukshamo jarakrashopi Shithila api kashtandashamapannopi vipanna didhitirapi praneshu nashyatswapi matte bhendra vibhinna kumbha pishita grasaika baddhaspraha kim jeernam trinamatti mana mahatam agresarah kesari பசித்தால் புலி புல்லை திங்காதும்போ தமிழ்ல அதுதான் இங்க. Even if it is hungry, even if it is in a very, very bad condition, a lion would always want to go and hit an elephant and try to get the soft flesh from in between the temples of an elephant. It is not going to be happy with the grass. It's not going to be going to eat a grass here. So jeernam trinam kim atti, would it eat அதுவும் காஞ்ச புல்லு? In comparison, if you look at goats or cows, they are happy with hay. Hay is dried grass. So would it eat dried grass? Kesaraha asya asti iti. Kesara nama sata, the one that has mane. So kesari is a lion. Mana mahatam agresaraha kesari, a lion which is the first and foremost or the forerunner, agresaraha, one that the forerunner among among those people or among those beings which have a great self-respect, which is this lion. Even if it has been reduced to a very bad state, still it will not eat dried grass. Jeernam trinam na atti. Kim atti? அப்படின்னு கேட்கிறார். So what is the state to which it has been reduced? Kshamaha api. Kshudha kshamaha. It is very emaciated even because of hunger. Totally emaciated because of hunger. Weak with hunger. Jara krishaha. Jaraya krishaha. It is thin because of old age. Shithila prayaha. Almost, completely shithilam nama unsteady. It's almost unsteady in its walk. Shithila prayaha. Prayangarthukku vandu almostங்கிற அர்த்தத்துல சொல்லுவோம். Right? Shithila prayaha vishlatha angataya balahinaha sannapi. So even if it is without any strength. Kashtandasham apannaha. ரொம்ப மோசமான நிலைமைக்கு வந்துட்டாங்கிறோம் இல்லையா? கஷ்டாந்தசாம் ஆபன்னஹ இது சேத் ஸ்வயம் கர்த்தும் கிமபி ந சக்னோதி இத்யேவ. So he is unable to do things on his own for aharam. Ahara labhat atikrichra avastham apannaha. Ahara alabhat. He has not gotten any food and hence he is in a very bad condition right now, this lion. Kashtam dasham apannaha api. Even if he is in such a condition, vipanna didhitihi api. Didhitihi, luster, is completely gone. Vipanna nashta kantihi saha. And பார்த்தா அப்படியே nobody can say that it is a lion. அப்படியே சோர்ந்து போய் உட்கார்ந்துருக்கு. So vipanna didhitihi, he has lost all its luster. Praneshu nashyatsu api. Shatrupratya tatra. So its life will go away at any point right now. So praneshu nashyatsu api. Matta ibha vibhinna kumbha pishita grasa ekabadha spriha. It has a spriha. It has a desire. Its desire is baddham. It's completely fixated on getting grasa ekam. Don't take it as ekam as one. Appadi illa. Ekana matram. Mukhyam. Ekam iti mukhyamnu போட்டிருக்கார் பாருங்க அதான் so its main agenda is such that it is bound, it's fixated on getting a grasa, a kabalam of mamsam pishitam, of flesh from the temples which it breaks vibhinna, when it having broken the temples of a matta ibha indra. என்ன adjective பாருங்க matta, it is intoxicated, showing that it is young, and ibha, elephant, which is also ibhendra, the king of elephants, that is intoxicated with the youth. It wants to go and hit the temple of that elephant and get a small flesh, one handful of that flesh from the temples of an elephant. It is completely fixed on it. Okay, which it wants to open by itself. So, Kim Jirnam Trinam Atti Mana Mahatam Agresaraha Kesari. So, this is a aprastita pranashamsa. So, Manashaurya paddhati, most of the shlokas are aprastita pranashamsa, where you apply it to a person who highly values his respect. Okay, values himself. So, atra प्रकरणे कुत्रचित् मानस्य कुत्रचित् शौर्यस्य कुत्रचित् उभयस्य प्राधान्यकथनं द्रष्टव्यम्. So मान shaurya, there are two qualities that are being highlighted here. One is manam, which is self-respect. The other is shauryam, bravery. Sometimes he will highlight shauryam, sometimes he is going to highlight manam, sometimes he will highlight both. See, this is the பெஸ்ட் வியாக்கியாதா. தட்ஸ் வை எனக்கு பிடிக்கும் அவர் கரெக்டாக சொல்லுவார். குலக்கிரம ஆகத உத்தமசீல பரிபாலனேன சகாயம் அனபேக்ஷ்ய சத்ரு சம்ரக்ஷண சாமர்த்தியம் சௌரியம் இது விவேகா. So kulakrama agata uttamashila paripalanena, by protecting that character that we have because of our lineage, without expecting any help from anybody else, you go and a go-getter, basically one who goes and does things for oneself. So that is called shauryam. Not an unnecessary bravery, but more to do with not giving up your tradition or lineage in which you have come, and show that so atra prayena aprastuta prashamsa alankaraha anusandheyah iti chet tatra prayena iti 90% of the shlokas in Manashaurya paddhati is like this. Or in Neethi shatakam, wherever we have not mentioned, you can take it as aprastuta prashamsa. Okay, if there is no story of a person who is very, a person, then you take that as the context. Chukshamopi jarakrishopi shithilaprayopi kashtam dasham apannopi vipanna didhitirapi प्राणेषु नश्यत्स्वपि मत्ते भेन्द्र विभिन्न कुम्भपिशितग्रासैकबद्धस्पृहः किं जीर्णं तृणमत्ति मानमहताम् अग्रेसर केसरी. In contrast,
சதி சப்தமியா அந்த செகண்ட் லைன்ல அந்த ஒரு வார்த்தை வருது.
நஷ்யத்சு அபி
பிராணேஷு நஷ்யத்.
Yes, that one is sati saptami. Swalpa snayu vasa avaseka malinam निर्मांसम अपि अस्ति गोहो श्वा लब्ध्वा परितोषमेति न च तत् तस्य क्षुधा शान्तये सिंहो जम्बुकमङ्कमागतमपि त्यक्त्वा निहन्ति द्विपं सर्वः कृच्छ्रगतः अपि वाञ्छति जनः सत्त्वानुरूपं फलम्. Every person wants a result which is equal to, which is appropriate to the strength that he has, or with the essence that he is, or the person that he is. Okay, sattva anurupam phalam eva vanchati janaha krichragataha api. Even if he is in a very bad state, or he is in a very miserable state, krichragataha api sarvaha janaha, all people, they think they deserve this. Ilya? Everybody, in some way or the other, we feel entitled to certain things in life. How we express it, whether we express it or not, depends. It changes from person to person. Sattvanurupam phalam vanchati. Everyone wants a result that is according to what they put in. Right? So, shwa, what does a dog do? Shwa goho asthi labdhva paritosham eti. a shva, a dog, goho, no, goho asti inga irukku. Okay, shva, goho asti nirmamsamapi. Baki ella adjective anga. Swalpa snayu vasa avaseka malinam, one adjective. Nirmamsam, goho asti, it gets the bone of a cow which does not have any flesh in it. Nirmamsam, it is malinam, it's very dirty because of swalpa snayu vasa avaseka malinam. Snayu usually refers to the nadi, veins or something which is attached to it, okay, which is very little, that doesn't have flesh or anything to eat, also substantial. Vasa avaseka, it has some little bit of fat left there, and it is malinam, it is extremely dirty also. Tadrisham goho asti labdva. Having obtained that, paritosham eti, he attains a great happiness, this dog. Nacha tat tasya ksudha shantaye. It is not even going to be useful to remove its hunger. Not because it is going to satisfy its hunger, but just that, it is something that it feels like a big treasure. That's all it knows. Its level is such that, a dog's level is such that it thinks this nirmamsam asti is the best in the world. Simhaha, whereas on the other hand, a lion, ankagatam api jambukam tyaktva, it leaves or lets go a jambuka, a jackal, or a fox which comes into its lap. It doesn't consider it at all. It will release it, and dvipam nihanti, it goes and kills an elephant, because it wants always something which is due or something which is appropriate for its strength. Okay, so ankam agatam api jambukam tyaktva dvipam hanti. So sarvaha kritsragataha api janaha satva anurupam phalam vanchati. So tatha hi kritsragataha api ati kritsragataha api ati sankatasthaha api sarvaha asheshaha janaha sattvanurupam swashakti anugunam phalam labham vanchati. He wants only something that is appropriate to his shakti, right? See, he is not mean to dogs or anything. In those days, you have to consider that a dog or a donkey, these are all supposed to be menial animals. They are not something, the animals which were kept as pets in the house in those days. You're talking about decades before or centuries before, not even decades, centuries before. So adnala the concept then is very different. Inniki irukra oru you can't look at it. It is anachronistic to look from our point of view.
It was really a dog's life then.
Natu durbalaha prakrishta palakankshi. Usually a weak person does not want to get a great fruit or great result. And prabalaha, if a person is extremely strong, he knows what he can get. So nikrishta labhakankshi nabhavati. He will not want a small gain, and a weak person will not want a huge gain. So usually people try to assess and understand. They are aware of what is due to them and they go by it. So with this, ataha shva simha drishtantena, with the example of a dog and a lion, nicha anicha vastu parigraha tatparena bhavitavyam ayushmata iti bhavaha. One should understand what we are and try to work towards getting that kind of an object. Adha. Okay. Aprastuta prashamsa. There is also a sarvaha kritsragataha janaha sattvanurupam palam vanchati is an arthantaranyasa here. Okay. So there is an arthantaranyasa which is supported by aprastuta prashamsa. So aprastuta prashamsa becomes the angam, and there is an arthantaranyasa which is the end, angi. Swalpasnayu vasavaseka malinam nirmamsamapyasthi goho shvalabdhva paritoshameti nachatat tasya ksudha shantaye simho jambukam agatam api tyaktva nihanti dvipam sarva krichragatopi vanchati janaha சத்வானுரூபம் பலம். சரியா இருக்கட்டும்.